Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another live stream slash video, whatever you want to call it. Today, it's been a while. They finally released a new permanent unit to the game. I had a look at my previous video, how long ago that was since the last permanent unit. It's been about between 4 and 5 months-ish, which is quite a long time. They seem to wait around 3, 4 or 5 months for the next permanent unit, which kind of, it's very painful to say the least, because, you know, all of these limited units, and then you get one permanent unit every few months. Anyways, enough about that. I guess we've got to deal with that. But we're going to be doing quite a few things today. First of all, same as usual, do all the normal reviews. And then after we've done that and looked at all of the arcs and everything, and trading space and stuff, and paid equipment, we'll be using one of our tickets that I have saved. Because obviously, since it's a permanent unit and a permanent arc, there's literally no reason to use your crystals on this banner. It's not a good idea since we have so many, you know, DOH banners and so many collab banners. No reason to use any crystals on this banner since both of these are going to be available in the ticket gacha and you can get them any other time, so I don't see any reason to use crystals on this. I'm going to be doing all of my tickets later on. We'll be having a look at that. And if we still don't get anything, if we still don't get the unit from those tickets, then I'm most likely going to go into the events and hopefully get more tickets from the event. So we'll see how that goes. But first of all, let's just start off with the overview of new Meridie. Now, I didn't think they would bring out another Meridie because I thought we haven't had Meridie out for that long. I thought there was going to be a shift of someone else, because Meredy hasn't been out for a very long time. I'm quite interested now. How long ago? When did she come out? I kind of want to know that, because she isn't that old compared to, you know, some of the other units that have been out for a few years. Maybe I don't have a video on that, but I know that, yeah, I probably don't. I know that, oh, it was about, I got one, it's 11 months ago, so it's not even been a year, almost a year, that the original Meridies came out. So, yeah, let's look at this new Meredy. It looks quite interesting, not gonna lie. It's a bit weird, I don't know why, but let's see. I don't know how well she's gonna perform, but maybe we can try her out later, hopefully in events and stuff. So, she has a machine, which is quite interesting. We don't have that many machine units, mostly the Near Automata collab, which was pretty nice. Machines, not many units have Machine Slayer in Arena, most of them are Human Slayers, stuff like that. Yeah, last Valentine's event, that makes sense. About 11 months ago. Kind of strange though. I mean, I guess a year is enough time, but seriously, I thought they would bring out more permanent units. I'm not complaining though, I do like Meridie, she's pretty great. And I do like the artwork and stuff. So the stats, first of all, HP 7000, pretty good for HP. Strength and defense, pretty good, more defense and strength. Now, I was kind of thinking, is she going to be more of a tank or a DPS, or is she going to be both? I think she might be a mixture of both, but also a pretty good DPS, but compared to the other top tier units, like if you compare her to Levi, she's nowhere near that, or even Loxus or anyone like that. Since she's a permanent unit, you can't expect her to be at the top or anywhere, but she is going to be, most of the permanent units have been unique, which have made them valuable, like Shift Gorm has been like one of the best tank units, especially in Arena, for a long time since it came out, which isn't that long, maybe a few months. Feels like a long time for me anyways. Mind isn't that high compared to defense. Would have been nice to have, I don't know about you, but I kind of want a magic tank unit, because I want some magic tank that can tank Magia in Arena, because that would be pretty damn useful right about now. Don't know about you. Attribute resistance -30 to thunder. I guess that makes sense since she's a machine. Everything else seems alright. Element resistance, weak to stun, is kind of a thing you don't want to see on these units, because stun is like the most annoying. I don't know about you, but I would rather have a resistance to stun, but I guess since she's a machine, that makes sense. Weakness to stun, but I guess you can fix that with equipment. Let's move on to the abilities, where it gets quite a bit more interesting. Now, skill 1, Bring Laser. Frontal long range fire or combo attack. Now, when I saw this in the video, I thought this skill 1 has the potential. Now, here's the thing I'm thinking of. Skill 1 seems pretty fast, and it's a 7-hit skill. And it is a long-range fire combo attack, so it's long range. Now, she's got some other skills in her kit, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I'm thinking maybe her skill 1 is going to be pretty damn good if you're able to spam her skill 1 a lot. Because I think from the video, watching it, I think her skill 1 is going to be pretty good. Because of the speed and its long range. I think it might be good, but I don't know yet. And maybe you can put on Katsuchi for even more fire damage cap for that skill 1. I'm just thinking maybe I kind of want to test it out, but I'm only going to be able to do that if I manage to get her later on, so maybe, hopefully, but I don't expect it to happen. I'm hoping I get her at some point, because I think Shift Gorm, I still haven't even gotten one dupe from him yet, so that means I've only gotten him once from the event, and then for 4 months I haven't gotten a dupe from him it's a very long time, so I'm hoping I get her soon. Even, I mean, if I'm going for a collab unit or something, obviously I want that unit and not Meredy, but we'll see. Skill 2. A lot of words here, but it's pretty simple really. Frontal medium range ice attack followed by a charge into a medium area combo attack. It's basically medium range attack, and then you like charge into the units, pretty much. Chance to give a speed cut debuff. Now I don't know how useful that's going to be, but I know some units have had speed debuffs on their skills or traits or something, which have been pretty useful in the past. Now I usually don't really care too much about speed debuffs, but I know they can be useful. Just for bosses and stuff like that, they're not that useful. Bosses that just stay still, they don't do anything, but they're still useful, and maybe in arena and stuff like that. We'll see. So that is an ice attack. Skill 1 is fire. Skill 3 is jump forward for a wide area thunder combo attack. So all of these skills are different elements, which are very strange, because we haven't really had a unit like this since Nero, or someone like that, even Zleorg. Those kind of units, they have been good, but I feel like they're very hard units to build, because since they're all different elements, you can't build on one element alone. I mean, it makes them more useful, I know, and you can just put Trishula on them if you want, but still. Jump forward, skill 3, I'm pretty sure it's 18 hits I saw in the video, which was pretty crazy, but I think her skill 3 is quite a long animation, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. If she can do things with flinch, like if she doesn't get flinch while using a skill 3, that could be devastating in arena. Could be. Special skill, I don't really care too much about this. It's only 24 hits, doesn't do that much. Powerful light combo attack to all enemies, damage cap plus 5000. Maybe that could be good, but I don't see that being any useful, mostly just the skills. I'm mostly thinking of that skill 1. Skill 2 and 3 could be decent too, but we'll have to see until people start testing her out and stuff like that, which Twig's done a lot of that. I like doing it too, but I don't have that time, and I sometimes don't invest that time. So these traits, seems like a lot of words here too, which is always fun. Trait 1, powered gear. When hitting an attribute weakness, damage 50% and damage cap 5000. So normal Meridie has a similar thing where she changes her skill attacks to thunder if the resistance is lower to thunder, and she's originally a non-attribute unit. This Meridie is a bit different than that. She does have a bunch of different elements instead, so she can't take advantage of the non-attribute, but she does have a lot more elements, so that's going to be interesting. So that's going to be a lot easier to hit the attribute weakness, and you can kind of change your skills around based on what enemy you're up against and what weakness they have. Could be pretty useful. When attacking with skills, cut enemy attribute resistance and then deal damage. I don't know how much that is and how useful that's going to be, but anything that lowers or cuts attribute resistance, very useful, and I would like to see more of that one's more skills coming forward, because I feel like they're things that we need the most, and especially skills that has a chance to reduce a resistance of an element in skills would be very nice, because we haven't got that many either. For each repeat of a skill, cut attribute resistance more, maximum of 15, resets each wave. Now that could be good too. Using more skills, you're going to lower their resistance even more, so that's pretty good. Nothing to complain about there really. Just got to make sure you're hitting that weakness, which that cutting the attribute resistance does help with hitting that weakness, so that's going to be pretty good. Built-in Golem core. Now, here's a weird thing. When I saw the picture of the teaser, the only thing I could see was this Golem core, and that's the only thing I could see, really. A lot of people kept noticing that Golem core, and they thought, oh, it's going to be Claire, but no, it's not the case. Abilities must be set to use skills. So yeah, that's a unique thing with this unit. She can only use a few skills at a time depending on what skills you're using, which we'll go over once we go over the skills in a minute. But that's quite interesting. Haven't had anything like this before, so always something new is something fun. Based on which skills are usable, nullify flinch and cut magic attack damage from an element. 20%. Skill 1 earth, skill 2 fire, skill 3 ice. So I'm not 100% sure what that means yet. It says nullify flinch, but what I think it means is nullify flinch from magic attack elements, right? Depending on what skill set. So if your skill 1 is set, then you're gonna get nullify flinch from earth magic. Maybe. That's what I think it means. It's always a guess of what things mean, which is kind of funny, but that's what I'm guessing. I mean, maybe it could just be nullify flinch of elements, whatever. But nullifying flinch is always incredibly useful, especially in arena. And hard bosses incredibly useful because they could be spamming a bunch of skills, you can't do anything. Flinch is very useful, nullifying that. Must have that on more skills too. Boost skill damage based on the number of unusable skills. Now this is very interesting. So this is going to enforce the fact that you're only going to be able to use a few skills at a time. They want you to basically only use one skill, only have one skill active, which is going to be very weird and might be a bit hard to use until you get around the kind of SET fact of it. You need a lot of, you know, that skill cooldown time to be able to use those skills, because let's say you only got your skill 3 active. You need a lot of SET to be able to use that skill 3, and you can't use anything else. So once you've used all of your skill 3s, you need a way to get those skill 3s back, which is where Honey Elixir comes in, stuff like that. So hopefully you got that, because that's going to be really useful for this unit, probably. Maximum of 200%. One skill 50%, two skills 200%. So I'm thinking what that means is if you've only got one skill set, you get a 200% damage bonus for that one skill. But if you've got two skills set, then it's only 50% bonus for those two skills, right? Which makes sense. If you're using only one skill, that one skill is going to do even more damage by 200%, which is pretty damn high. So yeah, there's some pretty interesting things going on so far. So let's go over the skills now. Limited release. Yeah, this is a new thing. I didn't realize it was a magic skill either. I thought it was just a passive skill, but I guess that's interesting. For 20 seconds, HP, strength, defense into mind plus 30%. That's pretty damn good. And boost chance of auto degravity boosts activating, which is what normal Meridie has as well. So it's nothing new. The only thing we've gotten it on is the original Meridie. So if you've forgotten what that does, maybe you can just look at the original Meridie, or we'll look at it in a minute anyways. Once per wave. Now this is very interesting, I just realized this. So this is a magic skill, only applies for 20 seconds, and you can only use it once per wave. And it requires 40 MP, which isn't a big deal. The main thing is you can only use it once per wave, and it lasts for 20 seconds. So for 20 seconds per wave, you're getting this boost, which is pretty nice, but again, once the 20 seconds is gone and you're in the same wave, you can't use it again. And I wish there was more synergies with this, like auto-activate it at the beginning of the battle, allow you to use it again, you know, stuff like that. There isn't anything like that here, I don't think. Just this skill, but it's still useful though, because what are those stats? Even HP plus 30%, that's pretty good for 20 seconds. Fighting Spirit 5, strength and HP is pretty good. Resolve up 3, Royal Armor, Fiend Shield, damage from monster type enemies, which is beast, fish, plant, insect, bird, and creature. Not going to do much in arena, mostly for, you know, those story stages and hard stages, some of them. Not that many hard stages, but mostly story stages, probably, which don't really care too much about anyway, but still nice to have Fiend Shield. And maybe some people will be using the Game Master arc which means they'll be putting on Mimicry Fish. Maybe that will be applied to that, probably. That might be a thing to think about, but even so, that I wouldn't worry about that. Auto Protection, which is nice. Auto Regeneration is pretty good too. Auto Haste, I'm glad she has that because she's going to need that for using her skills a lot more, so I'm glad she got that. Pride 2, which is great. I'm kind of hoping for Pride 2 to be on an arc at some point, but don't know if it is. I'm hoping it is, but if not, makes sense, because Pride 2 with Pride 1 on any units could be pretty strong. Elemental Drive is one that we've seen on an arc. The Elemental arc, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that one. Elemental Drive is only like 6 SC. Still pretty nice to have it though, so not complaining about that. Weak point boost makes sense. Just pretty much makes sense because of her traits and everything like that, and multiple different elements. You're gonna want to hit that weakness all the time, pretty much. Pose of Glory is nice to have. Shockwave is good too. I do like Shockwave in Arena. I don't know how useful it is, but it feels useful. Now here's where it gets weird, incredibly weird. I don't know why they've done this, but you got two-handed machine, then you got dual wield, then you got the machine boots, which are great, more damage cap here, and you've also got armor mega boost. Now there's a problem with this. There's 3 different skills here, but you can only use one, because if you're using one machine, then that means you're not going to get dual wield, you're not going to get the armor. Well, you are going to get the armor if you're using two-handed machine. You can use one machine and then the armor, or you can use dual wield, but you only get dual wield and not the bonuses of those two. I guess it's implying that you can build this unit different ways. You can either have one machine and an armor, or you can just use dual wield and have double amount of hits like usual DPS units. So I'm guessing she has the potential to be a kind of tank unit if you want, possibly. I don't know how useful she's going to be as a tank in Arena. Maybe a kind of tank slash DPS in Arena could be decent. Maybe has a chance to be good. But we'll have to see with that. Kind of weird. I don't think we've had something like that before, where they've had two-handed and dual wield at the same time. Kind of strange. Indomitable Spirit is good for more survivability, so there you go. Good for a tank if you want. Sharp Eye is great too. Destroyer, Drankling 2, more damage cap to bosses. Main thing there. Beast Alliance, extra weakness attack is great, especially since she's going to be trying to hit those weaknesses most of the time, so that's very good. And it applies to killer or slayer attacks as well. Now these, most of these, some of these two, what on the original Meredy. When affected by a basic status element, chance to recover HP by 20% and heal the status element. Pretty useful. I guess that would be useful in Arena too, because some people like to use V because they're crazy. Don't know why, but that will still be useful maybe in a few other stages too, but I think that'd be good. Auto Degravity Boots is, you know, this thing up here somewhere that increase the chance, boost the chance of that activating, which is chance to resist flinch from physical attacks, which is pretty nice. I don't know what the chance is. I think it's pretty high, but it's per hit. So if you're getting hit by a bunch of dual wield attacks, it might not do that much, and you might die anyways, but it can be useful. And I wish it was kind of like a super armor where if you're using a skill you don't get flinched no matter what. Someone like Shift Lance feels very good with that, but this is still a good thing to have, so I'm not complaining because resisting flinch is very incredibly useful. Now these skills down here are all new skills for this new Meridie. Laser Arm must be set to use skill 1, so these are all pretty much similar but for all the different skills 1, 2 and 3, so don't have to go through all of them, but skill 1 damage cap plus 10,000 and SCT recovery speed plus 100%, which is great, but skill 2 and 3 damage cap minus 5,000 and less recovery speed, so this is enforcing the fact that you should only be using one of these at a time. So here's the thing I'm thinking, only have this activated, right, so you only set this one and you remove these two, means your skill 1 is going to have 10,000 more damage cap and the recovery speed of that skill is gonna be 100% faster, which is pretty nice. And even though your skill 2 and 3 damage cap and ST recovery speed is gonna be lower, your skill 1 is gonna be incredibly stronger. So I think this is gonna be a very interesting way to build her and use her. Only use one skill. I think most people, I think the good build to have is only set skill 1 and just spam her skill 1, because I just think that's going to be a very good build. Maybe has the potential to be pretty good. So that's the same for skill 2 and skill 3, same thing here. If you have all of these activated at the same time, it doesn't really do anything, but you want to only have 1 or 2 activated. Ideally you only want one of these activated at the same time, so keep that in mind, and you can mess around with this unit quite a lot. Dash boost is another new skill, which kind of weird. Since we've had the Attack on Titans units recently, literally 1 or 2 weeks ago, dash boost, when using a regular attack or skill, boosts movement speed if far enough away from an enemy. Basically the same thing as the Attack on Titans collab units, but I don't think this is going to have, it's not going to be as fast as those, because those was ridiculous speed. I don't think it's going to be as fast because I don't expect it to be. It's probably still going to increase movement speed by quite a bit, but not a ridiculous amount like the Attack on Titans units was super fast. Sonic fast, but I don't think it's going to be that fast, but still very nice to have that, since maybe they'll put this on like an arc, I'd hope. That would be great, that would be super fun, but I do like having high movement speed. It makes the unit even more fun. I realised that with Levi. Speed is very useful and quite fun to have a lot of movement speed. So that's Meredy. She does seem like a very interesting unit. Has a lot of unique skills and traits. I am looking forward to trying her out later, hopefully. Even if we don't get her from tickets and stuff, I'll go and see the event. Maybe we'll be able to try her out there. I recommend to save all your crystals since she's a permanent unit. And the arc is a permanent arc, which we're going over right now, which looks pretty nice. HP is pretty good, defense pretty high too, so I guess maybe this will mostly be for a tank unit. If you want to make Meridie a tank, then go ahead. Some people have been doing that, but I don't know if I would do that. Each wave gradually cut damage taken, maximum of 25%. So I'm assuming the longer the wave goes on, the less damage you're taking, which seems pretty good. That won't really be that useful in arena, because arena is mostly trying to be fast battles, you know. So I don't think it's going to be useful in arena. Mostly the harder stages, maybe, if you want. But again, I kind of like speeding through stages, you know. So things that require you to be there for longer, I don't really care too much about those. When affected by a status element, nullify flinch from regular attacks. Now that's interesting too. It's not the best thing. That would be even more interesting if it was nullify flinch from skill attacks, or just physical attacks in general. That would be incredibly interesting. But since it's only regular attacks, don't really care too much, because, you know, regular attacks don't do too much. But here's the thing I'm thinking. Maybe with Meridie, maybe when she's on her way to doing physical attack, I don't know if that counts as when she's using... Actually, with this trait, if she's affected by a stats element, and she's trying to speed towards an enemy... Actually, never mind that. This is nullify flinch from regular attacks when she's taking a regular attack, right? That's not really do much. Continuous protection effect too. Yeah, I don't see this trait being that incredibly useful. There's nothing there that really stands out to me. Continuous protection could be nice on a few units that don't have it, but again, I think there's a lot better arc traits than this one, specifically for taking less damage. So, and that thing here, when affected by status element, nullify flinch from regular attacks. I don't think that's going to do much, because what enemies or what units are going to be using regular attacks for most of their attacks? Not that many units. in Arena, most units are going to be using skills or magic, so that doesn't really do much. And even in boss stages, they don't really use their normal attacks, mostly their skills or magic attacks, so I don't think that's going to do much. So let's go over the skills now. Some interesting ones here actually. Resolve up 1, it's nice to have that. Having more resolve skills on arcs, incredibly useful. Illness resists, don't really care too much about those. Defense down evasion is one that we've seen on a few units, but we haven't had on an arc yet until now, which is pretty nice. Chance to nullify defense down debuffs inflicted by enemies' active skills. Only for SC, this could be pretty useful in a few stages. Maybe you're up against a boss which likes to inflict defense down debuffs. Kraken boss. I don't know if that applies to that, because I don't know if it, maybe it does. I don't know what counts as an active skill. Maybe magic and skills. Maybe just magic skills. Don't get confused. But I think that might be useful, and maybe for Kraken stage, because I know he debuffs everyone with mind and defense. So maybe that would be useful. Might be a good thing to try out. Machine Geyser. So we're seeing more Geyser skills, which is great. High Protection is nice, and Auto Fort is pretty good too. So some decent skills here, mostly for taking less damage, and Machine Geyser too. So some alright skills, nothing crazy, but if you manage to get this arc, well, you will get this arc at some point. That's a fact, because it's a permanent arc. Unless you're incredibly unlucky, like I was with the Megalodon SSR arc. I didn't get for a super long time until like a month ago, or more recently I got that arc. So maybe you're incredibly unlucky and don't get this arc for a long time, which is, it can happen, trust me. And it can show up when you don't want it to show up. So let's go over the arc key for reward, which I think it's a decent one. It's an accessory. Strength and int is alright. Machine equipped, movement speed up. I do like movement speed on accessories. Movement speed is pretty good. Skill damage 10%. Now that is pretty great. This trait alone is what makes this accessory really useful, because having a skill damage plus 10% trait on an accessory is incredibly good, because we're starting to see more accessories that are having traits like this that increase skill damage or something like that on an accessory, which is very good. Like with the Attack on Titans collab, we've had something which was, I think, 10% more damage, skill damage when attacking bosses, or just 10% more damage against bosses, which is pretty similar to this, but this is when you're equipping a machine, so it's a lot easier to have this active. This is pretty much the same thing as the one from Balin's arc, Mint Frill Sword, Mint Frill Relief accessory, that one. Pretty much the same thing as this one, but this one is with a machine. That's very interesting. You can have this for machine equipped, and that other one for sword equipped. Have a machine and a sword. Have both of these accessories equipped. Have more movement speed and skill damage. I personally like this accessory a lot, so I'm hoping I can get the arc, but I'm hoping I get it soon and don't have to wait months to get this arc, because it would be nice to have this accessory. Nothing for attribute resistance and nothing for ailment resistance, so mostly going to be the trait here. Trait is very good, so if you do manage to get this arc, then definitely work on getting this, because you're going to want to use that on quite a few units, because a lot of units do use machines because of Trishula and all that. So yeah, very good arc. I don't care too much about the trait, mostly the skills and the arc reward are pretty good. So that is the unit and the arc. I do think Meredy is a pretty interesting unit, and the arc has some interesting and some pretty useful skills, and the arc reward especially. Obviously, since they are permanent unit and a permanent arc, you have no reason to use crystals, like I said, so don't use crystals. Whatever you do, don't use crystals, even if you like the units and want the units that badly. I recommend to do all the events and get all those tickets first, and don't use crystals. Maybe do like 1 or 2 10 pulls with crystals and then save the rest, but even then it's not a good idea, because you're better off saving for the DOH banners and all the collab banners that we have a bunch of. So like every 2 weeks we get a DOH banner, or DOH units. Apart from this time, which we've got a permanent unit, which is pretty good. So now let's go over the trading space and the paid equipment, which I'll look at in a second, but I want to check out all these event trading spaces first. Now there are Merity Prisms, which you can make sure to get these, because you're probably going to get Meridie at some point, even if you're not trying to get her. She might show up when you're going for a different unit in a DOH banner or a collab banner. She might show up randomly, so make sure to get these prisms, because you might end up getting her in the future anyways, so make sure to do all of these events. There's also these gacha tickets, which do have a rate up for the units, so I would highly recommend to do all these events to get the tickets. And Stardust and everything, all these materials, mega clusters, just make sure to get all of this stuff, because they're going to be incredibly useful and save time for farming later on. So yeah, make sure to get all that. What I'm going to do is, if I don't get Meridie with all my tickets, I'm going to go into the event, do the event until I get all these premium gacha tickets, and hopefully we can get her from those. If not, then I guess I kind of got to deal with that and move on, because she's a permanent unit. So Prologue to the Future is an event we've had before. It's like a rerun event. There are this arc, so you can get this arc if you weren't around for the previous one, which is a pretty damn good arc. The trait on it is pretty good. I do use it quite a bit, mostly on Thoria and Arena is pretty nice, because more casting speed, pretty useful. And the Stardust, make sure to get those, because you kind of want to stack up Stardust. If you have the opportunity to get Stardust, you might as well get it, because maybe there'll be some arcs in the future that you want that Stardust for. Puckle Chocolate, Training Space, you can get all of these from farming Story. Just going through like Imperial Guard Commander 3 and speeding through that, putting that on auto, you can get a lot of these materials. And from the events too, you can get these. You can get the tickets too, and the Prism Exchange tickets, make sure to get those. They're very useful, very valuable tickets there. So there's 3 of these Prism Exchange tickets. So remember that. And now if I go down here to the Prism Training Space, there's all of these units, which include limited units. So you got Thoria, Saintly Thoria 2, Lilibet, Saintly Lilibet. That is a huge one there. You can get 3 prisms for her if you wanted to. Actually, you can only get 1, because it only limits you to 1. You can only buy 1 of each prism, so what I would probably do is get 1 Lilibet prism, 1 of something else like Sarah prism, and then decide after that. But it also depends on what units you've got, but I personally would recommend, if you have the limited units, definitely get the limited prisms, because you're not really going to get dupes of those, are you? Because they're not available right now. There is a gacha with some limited units, so that's interesting. So let's go over the equipment now, paid equipment. Now, I most likely won't get these paid equipments unless they're really incredibly good, because since she's a permanent unit, I don't want to use paid crystals. I don't even want to use crystals at all, so I'm only going to get these if they end up being really good, and if I end up getting Meridie before the event ends and before these disappear. So let's have a look. So there's a machine, weapon, machina, arm, machina. So it's an earth attribute, which I don't know why it's earth attribute. Strange. Strength 252, which is pretty good. Defense and minds is nice, I guess. So trait, that seems pretty good actually. Skill damage 20%, ST recovery speed 10%. When hitting an element weakness, damage cap plus 2000. That's pretty good, not gonna lie. I do kind of like that, because skill damage and ST recovery speed and more damage cap. But only against hitting an element weakness. So that's a pretty good machine. I don't know why it's earth. Very strange. Don't know why it's earth. I could have chosen any element. Like, I would have liked non-attribute at this point, or something. Anyways, a very good trait. The only problem is it's a paid weapon, and since she's a permanent unit, you're most likely not going to want to use those paid crystals, so even though it's a very good machine, you might not want to use it, you might not want to get it, because I don't see much of a reason to get it since she's a permanent unit, unless you really want to use her that much and you want this machine weapon, then get it if you want, but I probably won't get it unless I really want it, but at the same time, since she's a permanent unit, I don't really care too much, since she's probably not going to be a top tier DPS, so yeah. So, okay, I see. This is an armor, right? HP 300, defense and mine is pretty high. Since this is an armor, you're only going to have one weapon equipped. Keep that in mind. Trait, physical attack damage cap plus 3500. That is high, but you can only equip one weapon at the time. I don't think she's going to do that much damage with only one weapon equipped. If you compare dual wield to one weapon equipped with this unit, I think one weapon equipped is going to be less damage cap, and less DPS overall than dual wield, obviously. But maybe the single wield only equipping one weapon is going to be more useful in arena. I think that's a possibility. Physical attack damage 10% and damage taken minus 10%. That's not that bad actually. Pretty useful, taking less damage and doing more physical damage. And also plus 20 to thunder and resistance to stun. I kinda like that, not gonna lie. That's a pretty good armor. I would definitely use this armor if I got this armor. I would use this armor in arena if I was using it in arena. But if I was up against an enemy or any kind of stage and I want her to do more damage, most likely going to want to use dual wield instead. But maybe she'll be good single wield. I don't think so. Dual wield is definitely going to be more damage. So these are definitely good paid equipment, but I probably won't get them. And I don't recommend to get them since she's a permanent unit and you've got to use paid crystals for a permanent unit. Who does that? But anyways, I think they are good. I just don't see myself getting them. Hey, why not? I have a lot of reasons to why not. You shouldn't get them because, you know, it kind of depends. If you want them, then I guess you can, but... Okay, so that's everything. That's the unit, the arc, and the paid equipment, all the training space. Next thing we should do, going into the gacha, not using crystals. I'll be using all my tickets, which I've been saving. So they just changed the look of this. Chance to get units and powerful arcs. Yeah. Same gacha ticket as usual. I've been saving these. I've got quite a few of these, so I'm hoping we can get the units or the arc, because that would be really good if I can manage to get something new from the tickets, because Meredy and the new arc is the only things I'm missing, so hopefully we can get Meredy from these tickets, but I don't expect to get her because getting her from tickets kind of a very low chance for that to happen. And there's also this ticket gacha, which does have a rate up for Meredy. It doesn't have a rate up for the arc, but Meredy does have a 0.8% chance, which is normal rate up, so you could get Meredy from these event tickets, so make sure to farm the event and get those tickets, because there's a chance that you could get Meredy because she's on rate up. Which is why I kind of want to do the events later on. If we don't get Meredy from the tickets that I've gotten saved, then I will go and farm the events, and hopefully we can get enough tickets to get her then, but I don't expect it to happen. There's also this Valentine Step Up gacha, which I don't know why it opens a browser. I'm going to open it up and have a look. So it has Spirit Maiden Theria, which is great. It has a few limited units like Summer Alice, Hasliana, Nocturne Tinkili, which is nice, and yeah, that's the main units there. they're all female units, so if you like waifus, this is a perfect time for you. Mate, don't go wailing on this just because you want more. But I'm not gonna complain, or I'm not gonna criticize you if you do end up doing that, because look at all these. I have most of them already, so I'm not gonna pull on that. I have no reason to go on that. It doesn't include the newer units. Meridie is not in that banner, so if you want her and you want to use crystals, then she's only in these. So there is a step gacha which I'll have a look at. Step gacha has Meridie and the Archon rate up like same as the other gachas, right? Yeah. Maybe I'll do the step up. Well, I won't be, because I told myself I'm not going to be using paid crystals, so I logged into the Steam version because it's better. Okay, enough talking. Let's go and use tickets now. We'll start using tickets. I'll be using normal tickets first of all. I'll use the 8 first, and then we can do quite a few temples here. And we have a few guaranteed units and guaranteed arc tickets. So hopefully we can get Meredy, because I would really like it if we could, from tickets, because I've been saving these, and it would mean I don't have to worry about getting her from the events, or I won't be using crystals. There's a red, but chance of getting something new incredibly low. Phantom Thief and Robin, I guess he's a plus 20. I don't really care too much about that though. I'm not expecting to get anything new. If we do get anything new, I'll be incredibly surprised, because I'm pretty sure the only thing I'm missing is the new things that were released today. So, let's see. Hopefully we can get something. Again, I don't have any hopes up because they're just normal tickets. There's not any rate up whatsoever. Chance is incredibly low. There's quite a lot of crappy units in this ticket gacha, so if you get a unit, you're most likely going to get dupe. Another red. At least we're getting a few reds so far. Yeah, the arc is also permanent. Every SSR arc is. Only one red arc dupe, as I expected. It would be nice to get something new, but last time I remember doing this, I got only dupes from these tickets. I got nothing new. It was very sad. And since I've been saving these for a while, it makes it even more depressing, since you've been saving for a while. Use them all, get nothing. That happens with crystals too, but that's more depressing when you do it with crystals. When it's with tickets, different story. Because, yeah. Three animations. There's another red. Anything new? Can I at least get something new from this? Only one red. Come on, I kind of want more reds. High chance of something new. There's only a Luke Hell, which don't care, because I've got Guardian Angel Luke Hell to plus 20. Okay, so I think those are all the normal tickets. We've gotten 3 SR plus tickets, which I'll use next. 3 SSR gadget tickets, 3 unit tickets, 4 temple tickets, 1 temple ticket with a guaranteed SSR. I'm just going to use all of these because I don't have any other reason to save these. I've been saving these for a few months, so I won't use these any other time, so I'm just going to use them now. These 3 tickets are obviously going to be 3 golds, because that's how they do. Yep, told you. That's why I skip. And then I guess we'll move on to... We'll switch this up a bit. I'll do 1 temple ticket and then maybe 1 or 2 guaranteed tickets, and then we'll switch them around and end up using everything, not getting anything new, because that's what happens with tickets. But there is a rate up in the event tickets, so hopefully I can get her then. There's nothing here. No reds. No reds from this one. Because expected. No, 0 animations. But I can't be disappointing, because I'm not disappointed because this is not even... I'm not using my crystals. So, nothing to lose, apart from tickets. Okay, I'm gonna use 1 SSR ticket and 1 unit ticket. I will be using one of these. Skip. Nothing new. I guess I'm kind of more interested in the unit tickets, so I guess I'll use more of the SSR gadget tickets first. I could use them more at the same time, but that's less fun. Another dupe. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere, is it? Okay, another temple. The good thing is I can do these pulls without using crystals, kind of. I feel happy about that. Nah, this is a skip from me. We've lost our luck with the reds. Our red luck. Another dupe. Okay. After we've used all these, I guess I'll go into the events. Because I really don't want to use crystals. I really don't. Maybe I'll do one 10 pull and that's it. But again, I still don't want to do that. Okay. So we got a few. I'll use one unit ticket now. Sure, why not? It's gonna be a dupe of some old unit I don't care about. Something new. Nope, it's not. You suck. You're at plus 20. Use another temple. There have been a few cases where some people have gotten the new units or new arc with tickets saved, which I'm glad they have had more luck than me with tickets. Come on. We haven't had a 10 pull yet that's had 2 or more reds. We've only got 1 red in a single 10 pull, which is... I'm glad I'm getting reds, but at the same time, I want something new. Something new. I'm not going to get it. It's not going to happen. You'll see. Again, they're permanent things, so... A unit... Yeah, that's the dupe. Of... What's the dupe going to be? I don't know. Oh, it's only 1. You're joking me. I think this is supposed to be some kind of joke. I think this is supposed... Are you joking? You think this is what I wanted? You think this is what I was asking for? But it wasn't, because this is not the same unit. It's not the same unit. We got one more temple, and then another temple. I'll use another SSR, and another unit ticket, and then we're kind of running out on tickets. We'll skip. We've got a few of those. We always get the same ones. Sad. This is sad. Come on, I want something new. I guess I can watch this one if you want me to, but you know it's going to be red, you know it. Yeah, the chance is incredibly low. Nope. You suck. You're at plus 12. I don't even know you're at plus 20, that's how bad you are. Okay, if I look at probability and open it in the browser, the chance of getting Meridie in a normal ticket, 0.09%. But, how many units are there? Let me count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 21. There's more than 21. 30, 34 units. So, when I use a guaranteed unit ticket, I have a 1 in 34 chance of getting Meridie. And not that original Meridie, the new Meridie game. Okay, keep that in mind. I'm going to be using, there's not much pause left here. After this, we'll go to the event probably, try and get some tickets, check out the event story, and use those tickets, and then we'll leave. I think I got some of these tickets from getting packs. I don't want to skip this one, even though it looks bad. I'm going to get gold. I'm not going to skip it because I want to make this last. I think I got that ticket from buying packs from New Year's event. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 3 animations. I still don't think there's going to be red here. It's going to be gold. See? Told you. At least we got some guaranteed reds coming, which, here's the thing, if you get an arc, there's even more arcs than units, so I'm going to be using this 10 pull first, and then we got one more chance getting the units, which isn't going to happen, because it never happens. But at least I've used these tickets, which I've been saving for a while. I had no use for them, even though they gave me nothing, apart from dupes, which I don't care about. Guaranteed SSR arc here, and there's only one, as sad as nothing here. I feel like all of these dupes arcs I've seen many times, so many times. Okay, this is the last ticket, the last guarantee unit ticket, and that's it. And then we'll have to go into the event, check that out, which I am interested in. At the same time, I'm not using crystals. Save crystals. 3 come on, you give me the luck this time. You better not give me, like, I don't know, a Gorm or Goroth or some other old unit that doesn't give me anything. I don't need any dupes from this. The only one unit that I would like is the new Meredy. Okay, what is it? I can't really tell it's a dupe. Which dupe? Robin. A normal Robin. Great. We got Phantom Robin and a normal Robin. He's only at plus 16. I guess that's fine. Anyways, can't expect to get anything from tickets, but it's still a good idea to use them because they don't release permanent units very often, so might as well try it out. And never use crystals on this banner because it's the same as the ticket gacha. Don't be dumb. Don't use crystals on this one, and don't use it on this one either. I mean, it's tempting to do one pull, but I don't want to. Because we're going to get more tickets made. Yeah, let's go to the event now, we're going to do that. I'll still be going into the event and checking out all the stuff. Happy Valentine's sticker. We get a new LR arc from doing all these challenges. Okay. Try the tours, bonus challenge. 100 chocolates. I'm hungry. Craft a rare ally item. Blah, tours. Conquers. Wait, alchemy. Enhance the item of your choice, so I can just enhance any random item. That'll be fine, right? So, what do I mean, I can do Godforge, right? That counts. Godforge. I was working on this spear for Levi, but I need the blue souls for leveling up arcs. I didn't tell you or show any of you. I didn't tell anyone this, but I did more summons for the... I still didn't get Mikasa, by the way, so she's gone, but I still wanted her, but at the same time I didn't want her that badly, so I didn't go pity because I didn't care. But what I did do was manage to get SSR arc here, which I didn't have before, leveling that up. Also managed to get these 2 arcs here, which are great because I wanted these. These are both good, so that's great. I'm gonna try and get these challenges. I'm gonna try and complete these challenges, and then we can have a look at the arc because I'm interested to know what this arc has. I want to know what it has. Very interested because I have no idea what skills it has. I've seen nothing about this arc. They haven't even shown it in a video or anything. So I got to do the tours. I can do that. Because I don't do tours ever. Maybe it'd be a good event. I think this event has a part 2 to it. It does. With the time event. I should just do the complete all button. And tour again. I still don't do tours, you can tell. I don't care about tours, they're useless to me. I have no reason to do them. Anyway, that counted. Yeah, more chocolates. 100 more. We gotta do the bonus challenge, the events, crafting stuff, more materials in the events, conquer, event conquer, or just normal conquer. I can't do that yet, so I guess we can't get the arc. Sad. Try the event, just get the stamp. Okay, let's go to the event now. I would really like to use. I would like to get the unit, but she's permanent, so you don't use crystals. I'm at the end. If you want, I'll do 110 pull. That's it. So that's the most you're gonna get out of me this time. I am always interested in the cutscene stories, so we're gonna be watching this. I was considering doing the stream a bit later and going through the event before the stream started, so then I can get the tickets and watch the story and stuff, but I didn't do that. It's not even been an hour yet. Usually it's been more than an hour. Maybe, I think we might be able to use her in the event. I'm hoping so. I don't think it's that important. It depends. Really. See, I think they could do anything with Meridie. She could just invent anything. They can make like 100 shift units of Meridie because if she just invents everything, you know. So there's that. She could turn into like a transformer. Basically what she is now, kinda. But Transformer collab when? I want to fight as cars. I think of cats. No, I disagree. I don't agree. No. Animals. When you think of cute, you don't think of people, that's the last thing you think of. Fine. Summon her from the dressing room sounds like a pretty dangerous thing to be doing, you know? Maybe she's in between changing clothes. You're willing to take that risk? Well, yep. I have bad feelings. Maybe she kills that thing. Yeah, golem. Maybe Meridie makes her own golem core now I think about it. She tries to copy that golem core, makes her own, and uses it. Right. Nope explaining, no explaining whatsoever. Oh. Obviously something bad happens. Yep. You're here to die with me. That was the plan. Okay. I guess it's fine. Yeah, she's gonna make her own one now. You see. Definitely. I want to get into the event now. I want those event tickets. Just so I can not get anything. Time to collect some materials. Oh god. Not farming. The one thing I do the most of. The one thing that everyone don't like doing. Because it's boring. I don't think it's that boring. Farming can be fun. 50 crystals. You get crystals from this event. Just save them. Trust me, you want to save them. Tech for the future, crafting. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I see now. Yeah. Oh, not this song. This song brings me memories of those damn mini games that I had an insanely hard time with. Damn. 17 days left. Okay, so trading space. I will definitely be getting these tickets. I'm hoping there's more tickets than this. Only 3 tickets. You need rare alloys, whatever stuff, materials. Hopefully they're easy to get. We'll find out. Missions. I didn't look at the missions. There's probably more in here too. Hopefully there's a 10 pull ticket. Maybe not. There are some event orb recoveries. Yeah. Crafting. Yeah, basically this. I'll try it. I'll see what it's like in a minute. It seems similar to the Dr. Stone collab, but probably different. There's 1 ticket. Let's count how many tickets we're getting. I think usually it's like 20, 40 total. There's another one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Bonus challenge. Bonus challenge 21 times. Maybe we'll be able to do another 10 pull then. With those tickets. Okay, let's. So there's like 9 in missions, 3 in training space. Okay. Let's just go to the event. I didn't look at what units have rate up for this event. The event points. Let's use. Sure. Oh yeah, probably Meridie's gonna have some good points, isn't she? That would make sense. Event points. Yeah, more event points. 50%. Definitely use Meredy. Bonus. And then I'm probably going to use you. I needed to change your build because I got you. I changed your build for normal attacks. It worked very well for a while. Now I want to change it. So let's go with sword. We'll be using her. She'll be able to clear everything really fast. Guys, remove hammer. Remove all this stuff that I don't need. And just go with enough to kill stuff. I don't need a ridiculous amount, I just need a basic thing. I mean, maybe. And then I'm gonna change this out a little bit. I don't think I need honey elixir, do I? I don't think so. I'm just gonna change, put in some damage, and that'll be it. That's all I need. Machine, I need sword. Remove all these. Cool. Then she's ice. Spirit breath, yeah. Sure, why not? Because of Sarah, incredibly useful with. Okay, we'll have to remove some of this I don't need. That's fine. That's good enough. Skill charge 3, sure. Quick trigger. Why not? I think that's fine. We'll just go with that. And then I'll have to equip the sword and then we're done. Then I can just use this and speed for everything. So I'm going to be doing, I don't know how long I'll do this for, but I want to do at least some of the event. See what it's about. Get some tickets. Get Merity. It won't happen. I hope it happens, but... Well, that's... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is going to be a lot smoother than usual because I'm on Steam version. I do like that. Okay, there might be a lot of cutscenes. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. Maybe I should just leave. But... okay, I'm not skipping. She's just doing a talking thing again. Sure, whatever. All this gibberish stuff that I don't understand. New golem. I don't think it will. You shouldn't focus on cuteness, you should focus on how it performs. Like, Loxus isn't cute, but you know how strong he is with his tentacles, right? That kind of thing. All you need is tentacles to be strong. We've discovered that. But don't start turning it into, you know, something it's not. Ghost appearing. Great. Ghost. I doubt it's ghost. There's some more crystals. Anti-shock metal. Okay, so the bonus... you get more bonus materials when you use Meridie. Makes sense. I don't think any other unit gives a bonus. I think it's just Meridie. Lilibet would make sense, wouldn't it? Or Claire, since she showed up. Yeah, it might be a while since we get some good points. We have to unlock the bonus challenge. Definitely want to do that at least a few times. And I will be doing a few more summons, meaning tickets. So how do we cause... oh, no. For this stuff we need... okay. This is fine. This may take a while. After February, bodysuit, armor frame. I think these are... yeah. Okay. Actually, well, I do kind of like these events because they're more involved. And they're not just, oh, you do an event, you do a stage, get materials, use the materials to buy stuff. Use materials to craft things, then buy stuff. One extra step. And that one extra step sometimes makes it more interesting. So what do I need? Obviously to get these gacha tickets I need the rare alloys, all of this stuff. To get that stuff I need to craft all of these three, right? I think. Which require all these materials which I get from stages, right? Yeah, okay. So basically we just gotta keep doing these stages over and over again. And get materials. So I'm looking for Bengal. I could just use you, but whatever. Make sure to use Beast Hunter because more item drops in the event. Two waves, perfect. Okay, that's a bit loud. Why is that loud? No idea. I'm still questioning why it's loud. That's fine. I think... okay. So... clear award. I don't think we're getting... item... Beast Hunter isn't doing anything for the clear awards, only the items that you get from the stage, which is the chocolates, right? So maybe Beast Hunter isn't as useful, possibly, for these materials, anyways. Maybe each stage is a different material. Anti-shock metal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a sticker thing. Okay. Some good stuff. I want to unlock the bonus challenge because we can get a few tickets from that. Defeat any of them and they'll just disappear. Great. They're not ghosts, you're crazy. Okay. You can guess who that is. It's Iron Man. Great. Well, they're dead. Obviously, a shift to Meredy is kind of expected because you can just invent everything. These are all too easy. I regret saying that. There's in part 2, there's a time event. In part 2, there's a time event, and that requires you to only have it on auto the entire time. There you go. There's a skill 1. Great. Well, I'm glad she didn't kill that golem then. Just made her own. Makes sense. A lot more sense. I can kill him easily if you just let me. Well, looks like they're dead already. Overkill. Well, there you go. Two seconds. Let's go. Okay, starting to get the more materials. Come on, I want to unlock a new bonus stage. Okay, I think that's all of the story for part 1, which always happens. They got a little bit of story, and that's it. There's just 3 stages of story. That's it until part 2. And then the rest of the stages are all of these stages, which are pretty damn useful. So we can get all of this stuff now. And bonus stage. 3 times daily, I'm going to make sure to do this. Do this right now. 100%. Make sure before it resets, you do it. So then you can get even more. The sound on all these stages is just incredibly loud for some reason. And then it goes quiet. So what the item drops on this one. There are missions where you beat the bonus challenge, you get tickets. So I want to do that. A lot of materials. Yeah, make sure to do this. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. 3 times daily. How much points do we get from that? Not that much, I don't think. I'm just gonna speed through this stuff. I guess I don't really need the support, do I? Just go through it. And then we should start being able to get a few more tickets now, which is good. Maybe I should... I don't know if Beast Hunter is useful on this. $285 event points. Mostly care about the materials. There's probably some other stages which get you more event points. This is just for the materials mostly. I still love that skill parade, it's great. So good. I knew it would be good when she came out, and I saw that skill parade in the video. It's so great. She hasn't been out that long, only a few months. Not even that. Okay, that's all of the daily tries. I'm pretty sure it resets in like 3.5 hours from now, so make sure to do all of those before it, is the next, the reset. There's one ticket. I'm pretty sure it's one ticket per day pretty much. If you're doing all of the tries, you get one ticket per 3 tries, which is basically one per day, so I guess that's not bad. There's another ticket. Need more tickets. And if I go to crafting, so we need to get all of these. I'm gonna work on getting these tickets first of all. Hopefully. It's probably be all for nothing. Now let's check out all these materials. It is pretty interesting. So, anti-shock metal, hyper-durable metal, anti-shock metal. Okay. I'll craft how many? For the moment, 4. Just so I can be even with how many of each I'm getting. And then I want to even out how many I have on of each one, because that would, then I can get the most stuff. Okay, that's that. 6 of those. I don't want to get those yet. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Trading space. So tickets require 2 of each. I can get these 3. Perfect. That's what I wanted. No more tickets in this. Well, I kind of hoping we had more tickets than that, but I guess there's more in login, more in doing a daily quest, the challenge, and mission rewards, a few, Parkour chocolate. Oh yeah, this is great. There's some here too. I'll get these. 5 tickets. Can only get 1 of these, damn. I want another, then we can have 7 tickets. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if people didn't like the Dr. Stone collab, but I personally enjoyed it. I thought it was good because it required more, even though it was still farming event stages and stuff, you actually crafting the stuff. I guess if you think about it one way, you could just, it's better off to just farm the stages and get the materials you need instead of having to craft stuff. But I don't know. It is something different, so I'm always down for that. So which stage should we be farming? This stage drops those 2 materials. Mines of Gold drops all of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I don't think we can get chocolates from this, can we? I would like a few more chocolates just so I can get that last ticket. I would like that. And I would also like to get more of the... Oh, there's stuff in here, right, yeah. I see. Wait. Hang on. More orb recoveries. Another stamp. Yeah, auto run in event stages would be incredibly useful, but... So we got this stage. It says they can drop the chocolates in this stage too. I'm not going to be watching this story because I've already seen it. So, if you're a new player, then you can go ahead and watch it yourself. I'm not going to be watching that again. because I've done it. When I've seen an event story, I don't watch it a second time. It's kind of like, what's in here? Alright, this stuff. Yeah. And the mission rewards. Prologue to the future. Are there any mission rewards for this specifically? Yes, this stuff. Okay. Any more tickets? Perfect. That's great. Even more tickets here. How many? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5 tickets. And a Merity Prism. Okay. That's not bad. So you might as well do all these. Make sure to do all these events. I usually try and rush through them, which, you know, means that I've got nothing left after a while. Let's see if I can get a few more tickets, so then we can try and do one last 10 pull and then we'll finish it there. Because I mostly wanted to check out all these events and do the last 10 pull and then I'll be done because I gotta have lunch. Secret Stone. 20 chocolates. How many do I have? 215. I need 40 pretty much for this last ticket. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did, the last one, or maybe before that. Actually, I don't know when this one came out. Because I feel like, yeah, actually this, because it's got Meridie as the picture, I'm assuming this one came out like a year ago. Which makes sense. I guess I don't care who I use. I just like speedrunning through it, so Roy's great for that. But I've been using too much Roy, so I want to use different units. I trust you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure it came out a year ago. I know Meridie came out about 12 or 11 months ago. So almost pretty much a year ago Meridie came out, the original Meridie. So I guess releasing a new Meridie for Valentine's makes sense. I would have liked to get the collab arc for this stream, but the conquer stages, I gotta wait for those to finish, which take a few hours. Yeah, well, I still don't use most of the older units like Meredy, Shift Medine. I don't use those units like ever. There's a few more chocolates. I think I need more than that. Because I like using units like Levi. He's great. I have him as my support unit right now. I didn't show this, but I have a look. Yeah, I kind of did a few more summons, and it just kind of happened because I was going for the arc, and I ended up getting to plus 16, which is pretty great, because I got a few dupes. Kind of, I'm glad I got those dupes because he's a pretty great unit. But anyways, let's go back to the event now. I would use him if he got more event points, but not. Yeah, from that collab, that sadly ended. I got everything apart from Mikasa, so that's a first. I got both Arcs and Levi, and that's it. I didn't get Mikasa, but at the same time, Mikasa would have been very nice to have for Arena, because some people, Mikasa have been very kind of difficult in Arena, but the Arcs are pretty damn good, not gonna lie. They rated the Arcs pretty high on the tier list for some reason. The Part 1 Arc trait, not gonna lie, very good. And the learnable skills, pretty good too. Okay, that should be enough chocolates to get that last ticket, but that's still not enough for a 10 pull yet. So where we're gonna get that last tickets, I think we need like 3 more, but I could just not do a 10 pull. Even then, I'm probably not gonna get a red, which is sad. If we don't get a red, I'll be incredibly disappointed. There's one at 5,400, not even close. There's probably a daily stage, isn't there, or not? It doesn't seem like that. There's no challenge stages, hard stages. In all of these ones. Okay, trading space. Now we've got 7 tickets, which do have a rate up for units. I'm probably going to use those, and then that's probably it, because all of these stages, I guess I can do one more stage. Why not? That's still fun. All of these presents, even though it's not Christmas, it still feels like all those presents. So since it says this one's the easy stage, I'm assuming there's going to be more after this one. Should be a hard stage, an expert stage, stuff like that, and get more materials. Yeah, there's the hard stage, more material drops from that. And hey, look, there's a ticket right here we can get. I mean, if you really want to, if you want me to, I can use these tickets one at a time, just because to make it last longer. But I can't. I want to do that. Let me get this last ticket, and then we've got 8 tickets to use. I don't expect to get the unit, but I really want to, because if we can get the unit, then we can showcase the unit. Because I haven't been able to. There isn't any stage which gives you the support unit of Meridie. I kind of wanted to use her. Unless someone on my friends list has her, that would be nice. But I don't think anyone has her on my friends list, unless someone got lucky with tickets. There's a possibility. I think I got lucky with Gorm, Shift Gorm, and Shift Medine. I don't remember if I did with Goroth, I might have too. But I think all of the previous permanent units that we've had, I got the unit eventually from event tickets, which was pretty lucky. But I expect this time I'm not going to have that luck, and I'm not going to get anything. But I'm not worried about that because she's permanent, and the arc is permanent. And yeah, she's not the best DPS. Almost there for that 3000. Yeah, there's only 2 stages here, sad. But the hard stage does drop more, does give more points, I believe, so that is good. Yeah, whatever you do, don't use crystals for her, because permanent. A lot of people won't do that. They see a unit they want and they use crystals, and that's it. I would do the same, trust me, I would, but this time I just gotta start being more smart with my spending, you know. I'm incredibly tempted to do one 10 pull with crystals. Incredibly tempted just to do one 10 pull. But at the same time, I don't want to, because I want to save them. So we should have enough points now, right? That one ticket. Just one. Yeah, that actually gives a lot of points. So materials tore hard, I see. So yeah. Yeah, there's another one at 19,000, but I won't worry about that yet. Okay, let's use the rest of our tickets then that we just got, and hopefully we can get something that isn't a dupe, because I very much like that. We do have these two step ups. I'm tempted to do this one. Very tempted to do this lap 1 step, because it's basically it's 11 pulls for 700 paid crystals. That's an incredibly good deal. I'm not gonna lie. It's an incredibly good deal. It's incredibly tempting, which I might do that in a minute. But I could try the step up. I think I might. I think. But that means I have to open up Nox, my emulator, and load up Last Cloudia, which hasn't done the update yet, which will take a few minutes. So I guess if we could do that. Wait, hang on. Tell me it's not open. It should be fine. Okay, let's use the tickets and not do this. We'll do this. Trust me. This won't work. Skip. I can tell what it's going to be before it shows up. Trust me. I'm going to predict what it's going to be. It's going to be the true test. My knowledge. So, nobody showed up. And there's a blue there, so it's going to be a blue right here. There you go. We've got 6 left. And 3 showed up, usually a good sign. It's a blue. It's 2 people. I think this one's going to be a gold. But if it's 3 animations, there's a chance for red, but I still think the best chance could be a gold one here. See, gold. There you go. If I get all of these right, I kind of deserve the unit from the step up. If I get all of these right, and I predict all of these perfectly of what I'm going to get, then I deserve the unit. You should agree with me with that one. I got to do the update, damn it. Go to Play Store. Okay, next ticket. I personally enjoy this more than 10 pulls. Okay, 3 again. It's a gold this time. 2 people. It depends. This is one of those things where it depends on the animations. If I get 1 or 0, or even 2, it's most likely going to be stay as a gold. But if it has 3 animations, or even 2, it has a chance for a red. Since there's 2 people, but I'm gonna say at best gold, because I don't want my hopes up, so 2 animations, 3 animations, there's a red, nothing new. Okay, that, I don't know what, that is weird. That is very strange. That is the first dupe I've gotten of Shift Gorm, which I guess is fine, because he's a decent unit, but at the same time, that isn't really what I wanted, you know. It isn't really what I wanted at all. But yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be red, but that's not like... Come on, we've got 4 left, we've done half of them. Well, at least we got 1 red, right? This is fine. This one's going to be... nothing, it's a blue. I think it's just downhill from here, right? Definitely. This one is... Lilibet. It's a blue. It's going to stay blue. Uh-huh. This one, nobody showed up. It's a blue, so it's going to stay at that damn blue again. Sometimes it goes up to a gold, but not that often. Is the download done? Maybe. I think so. Unless I'm dumb. There's 1 ticket left. I could just stall and do a few single pulls. Open up. Hang on, if I open up the game, it's gonna log me out of this one, so... Last ticket! Nothing here. Nope. Well, I predicted all of those. So... I guess I can move over to... my... other... thing, which I will open up right. Where's... I should name these properly. Game window, unsee that, open Last Cloudia. This one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, all I'm gonna do is step 1, gacha, and then... I'm not doing more than that. This game will load. Emulator sometimes a bit slow. I thought I updated it. I guess it didn't do that yet, did it? Let me check it. It's still 50%, 62%. Why is it... I guess it didn't do it. And... I'm just doing this to make the stream a bit longer, make it a bit more interesting. I don't want to use crystals, but you want me to. This should be fine. I haven't done the update on the emulator because I didn't think I would log into this today. So I think there's 110, basically 11 pulls left, and however many tickets we get from the events. This would load. This might take a bit time, but let's go. Should be a 300 megabyte update. It didn't take that long on my phone. Yes. Yeah, hopefully I can get lucky with this one, because if I can get Meredy from these pulls, then that means I'll be able to showcase her, try her out in the story and events and stuff like that before, which will make the stream even longer, which I would like to do that, but at the same time, I am not a super whale that would just use crystals on a permanent unit, you know? Tweaks probably do that. I don't do that. I know you see me do a lot of summons and stuff, but I have my limits. Everyone should have their limits, otherwise it's gonna go downhill from there, isn't it? Like I already know, I'm aware that I did way too many summons for Mikasa, and I still didn't get her. So, yeah, thanks, I need these luck, but I don't expect to get anything, and I'm not doing that many, because I'm gonna mostly be waiting for the event tickets. Okay, here we are. Where's the sound? Should be here. There you go. Okay, we got... Only thing we're doing... I have everything... I can show the probability thing now, can't I? Yes. So this has no rate up, but a lot of waifus, so this might be the perfect banner for a few people, but I have most of these units, apart from Leona, which I would like to have, but at the same time I'm not going for, so what we're going to be doing is this, all of these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pulls, and after we've done this, I think I'm probably going to be finished, depending on what we get. If we get Meridie, then I'm going to be using her and building her, but if not, then I'm just going to finish it here, and then focus on the events in my own time and be back in like 2 weeks from now, because there's not going to be another unit for another 2 weeks. Next week is part 2 update. Blue, only 2 people. This one's going to be a gold. I can already tell this one. I can feel it. It's a gold. The gold. See? You do get credentials from this, which I don't know if I care about the credentials or not, because I don't care too much about the equipment. Okay, this one's 3 summons and the next one's 6. And I think lap 2 is the expensive one, so I might not, probably won't do that, but depends. Let's go. I'm hoping we can at least get 1 or 2 reds, because that would kind of make me feel better, but at the same time, if it's a dupe, then it's going to make me feel even worse. So, blue, this one's a skip from me. I'm going to have to skip this one. This one's got nothing. Remember when I said I wasn't going to use any crystals today? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that perfectly. I think what I might do is just use crystals until I can get 1 red. And once I got a red, no matter what it is, I'm probably just going to stop there. Because, I don't know. These summons are cheap, but there's no reds in these summons. 3 gold, 3 people. This usually means a good sign, it usually means a red, it usually means something is here. But I don't think there's going to be anything here. I think, even if there's a red, there's going to be a dupe, so I'm not a crazy Buddha, okay? I don't really have rituals or anything. I just kind of sit here and see what happens, because there's nothing I can do to change the fates of the gacha, you know? I mean, I can give it all of my wallets, but that's not gonna do anything, is it? And technically these pet crystals count as wallets. Okay, let's just go. Remember, there's still a chance it's not going to be any reds. 2. Nothing new. Those arcs are good, but disappointing. What's lap 2, by the way? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Well, they are good arcs, but I am at a state where I'm an endgame player and don't care, because I have way too many dupes of those arcs, specifically plus 10 and plus 14, so you can see why it doesn't matter to me why I have dupes, those arcs that I've got so many of. Anyways, I did say that was going to be the last one, but part of me wants to do one more, because why not? I was hoping we were going to get something from that. I was hoping there was going to be at least one new thing from those 2 things there, but it didn't happen. Yeah, so it's sad. Very sad. Well, I am going to leave it. I'm going to do this. This is the final thing for this stream. Final thing. is this 10 pull here for 1,000 crystals is the last thing I'm going to be doing. And I'm not going to be doing any more summons after that, because I feel like any more after that is just going to be overkill for a permanent unit. And usually I won't do any crystals, but at the same time, 1,000 page crystals for a 10 pull summon is a good deal. But me saying that now, regret saying that, because it means there's not going to be any reds in this one. But yeah, this is going to be the last pull I'm doing, and that's it. Okay, and I mean it. If I decide to do any more pulls after this, you can slap me. I will happily take it, and I'll accept it, because I really should not be doing more than that. Okay. Any more summons I'm doing is going to be from event tickets. So I'm hoping we get something from this. Please, something new. You know, I saw Thuria and I saw that gold and I thought, oh, maybe. But then only Thuria showed up. And I'm like, she has no backup people. So there's no hope for me for this one unless Thuria decides to take all of the power and decide to give me something from this. So I'm just gonna leave this fate to the game and see what happens. I'm not gonna look at this one, I'm just gonna listen. Yep, nothing as I expected, which was disappointing, but at the same time, why? Why did that happen? I get way too many arc dupes, Jesus. Okay, well, that is not it, because I realized something. If I go to trading space, right, and I have a look, I am at 21, right? I'm at 21 credentials. So, I mean, I could do 4 single summons and get one of these paid equipments, but that doesn't mean that I'll be getting the unit anytime soon, so I don't think it's a good idea right now unless I get the unit from... I still want the unit so I can try her out, but I don't think I'll be able to. Let me check if anyone has her as a support right now. If not, then I guess I have to... maybe. It is kind of annoying. I've had so many arc dupes recently, and that's the only thing I've been getting is dupes of arcs I got many of, which disappointing. Okay, let's see if I actually have him available as a support right now. So yes. So we can at least try her out. You know, we can at least do that. We can do the thing I wanted to do. So this is definitely not going to be a good example of a base kit showcase, but I am still going to showcase this because I want to try her out and see all of her skills and everything. Hang on. What do you have set? You've got an Radiator skill 2. So he has skill 2 set, so I'm only really going to be able to use a skill 2 on this guy's one. So I guess this is a good showcase of a skill 2 at level 51. I think, yeah, we're just gonna go in there. Maybe I'll be tempted to try and get her later on, but it's not gonna. I'm not doing more summons. She's a permanent unit. At least I got a Shift Gorm dupe because I was looking for those for arena. I'm on the emulator. I forgot about that. This is gonna be slow, laggy. Okay, let's try this out. So, skill 2 charge. So, she can't use skill 1 or skill 3. You physically can't use them. See, look, I can't use the skill 1 or skill 3, it won't let me. Her normal attack's still a hammer. Okay, let's use. She can hold 4. She's already holding 4 of her skill 2. Let's try it then. That wasn't bad. How many can she hold of her skill 2? I'm assuming 5, right? Yeah. Okay, let's keep spamming this. Might as well try a special out too. She's hitting for 30,000, which isn't bad actually, it's pretty good. The special animation is pretty cool, but it doesn't do much. As you can see, it's only 26 hits. Okay, limited release time. 4,400 strength. Nice. Okay. Yeah, she's not anywhere near as close to Levi. They're completely different units. She is a permanent unit, so you can't expect much from her since she's permanent. I'm gonna, just for a comparison sake, I will do as you ask. You'll see. Maybe I want honey elixir for this one. Just for comparison's sake, Levi is on another level, okay? Meredy, it seems like she's interesting, and her skill 2 there, I can only showcase her skill 2 because that was the only one she had active. But her skill 2 was decent. The only problem I find is that Meredy is going to need a lot of other units that give her SCT for her skills to be able to do well. I've been loving Levi a lot. He's so good. He's so great. He's so laggy. I know. Yeah, you can't compare this to Meredy. You really can't do that. Don't do that. Don't compare units. That's when you start saying, oh, why use this unit because that unit's better and stuff like that. Just use the units that you like using and enjoy using and perform well. You can build them however you want. You can build units many ways, so you can get a unit to work if you try hard enough. So yeah, that is pretty sure everything. I guess my conclusion of Meridie so far, even though I haven't gotten much of a chance to use her yet, I haven't had a chance to use a proper build that I would like to. I haven't had a chance to use her base kit. stuff like that. From what I used right now, right there, her skill 2 seemed pretty good. The only problem I saw that she needs other units in the team to give her SCT, like she needs a Honey Elixir unit on the team, or put Honey Elixir on her, and stuff like that. So he did have the Sovereign's Ring as well, so that's more damage cap, so that's why, and Sarah, so that was more, added 3,500 damage cap to that, so that's why you're seeing 31,000. But yeah, I think she is a good unit, not gonna lie. She's decent, and actually a decent DPS unit for a permanent unit. The only problem is she's not going to compare to all the top tier units currently, and she's not going to compare to the DOH units, most of them, and collab units, like, there's a lot of units. Even if you try and compare it to maybe like Summer Alice, I don't know. Meridie's damage cap can be higher if you're hitting weaknesses. She is quite an interesting unit, I just don't know how useful she'll be. I really want to test out a skill 1 build, where you just spam her skill 1, you go far away, you set her skill 1 to be the only skill active, use Honey Elixir, and you just spam her skill 1. I want to know how well that does. I'm very interested to know how well that does. I'm assuming Tweaks probably found something already. I don't know, because I've only got to try it once, which was with her skill 2. Her skill 3 seems, I saw it in the video, her skill 3 is pretty long. I don't know if that's going to be that good. Maybe in Arena, I don't really know. But overall she seems like a good unit and interesting. But again, I don't recommend using any crystals for her. Don't do what I have been doing. Okay, well, don't use any crystals because she's a permanent unit. I've said that a lot, but I mean it. Even though I used a few paid crystals, I wanted to do that. Just make sure to do the events, you can get a lot of tickets there. Maybe you'll be lucky. I have gotten lucky quite a few times. All the previous permanent units I think I've managed to get from the tickets that have been from the events. So that is pretty good. So make sure to do all the events that you can, and all the daily challenges to get those event points and materials. And more tickets. Need those. What was this update? Probably just fixed bugs, didn't it? Yep. Okay, so one thing I can't do is I can't look at this arc yet, because I need to do Conquer. I need to collect rewards from conquering, but I can't because it's not ready yet for another 3 hours, so I won't be able to show this arc. But you can have a look at it, because everyone should be trying to complete those challenges, get those arcs and everything. But anyways, that's going to be it for this stream. I think the event, when I had a look at the event seems pretty good, and has some good materials, good tickets and stuff like that in it, so make sure to do that. And I'm probably going to be enjoying that event in my own time once I got the time for that. I do have a lot of orb recoveries that I got from missions, so you can probably get a lot of points already and get a decent amount of tickets. And remember, there is going to be a part 2 of this event next week, next Thursday. That part 2 is most likely going to add more missions, more quests, more rewards, more tickets, stuff like that. And there's also going to be a time trial event, I think, which is going to be interesting because it only allowed to put your units on auto, so that's going to be weird. Maybe fun or annoying, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me for this stream. Next stream I'll be doing 2 weeks from now for the next unit, because I don't feel like I'm not going to be streaming next week because I don't feel like there's no new unit next week, so I only really do these streams for the new units. And even though there is adding more events, I don't think that's going to be something that I'll be doing for streams, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do some more videos in between. Hopefully, I've got a lot of work and stuff to do, but yeah. Hopefully everyone else gets more lucky with this event than I did, because I didn't really get anything from this. I just got a lot of dupes, which I kind of expected, and so many arc dupes. I hate those arc dupes. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next one. whenever that is, maybe 2 weeks from now. Bye.